The road inspires us. It's where unexpected twists and turns don't complicate life, but somehow make it seem more clear-cut. And where we find something we knew all along, that the road is where life is at its best. The latest generation Honda Goldwing.
Hey, this is Hunter Morris. I'm here with the guys from RoadRUNNER magazine here in Blue Ridge. They're in town riding motorcycles through the mountains a bit. And while they're here, we're gonna try to teach these guys how to fly fish. We're here on New Tootla Creek, just outside of Blue Ridge, Georgia.
My name's Nick Rader. We're here on a fly fishing trip in northern Georgia. I got invited on it from my friend Luke, who throughout the years we've gone on several bike trips together. Some in Mexico, a few just around the Pennsylvania, Michigan area. And then it all culminated in like one giant trip across Africa. 5 months, lots of stress, lots of breakdowns.
This isn't very funny right now, but it probably will be at some point. So I do not want to have to deal with this anymore.
And here we are 7 years later, still riding bikes.
Awesome. Anything you'd add to that?
That's pretty good with the lots of stress and breakdowns part. That's very true.
This one is the polar opposite, and it's fantastic. We don't have to wake up and drive 800 miles every day, and we have been hanging out in a cabin with friends, having a great time, meander down to the river and do some fishing for a while.
Bill Oyster, you can see the level of like engraving and stuff. He's a master jeweler. His rods are absolutely stunning, but it's bamboo split into sixes, and so that's how that rod is made.
Bill Oyster, I didn't know anything about him going into this, but he is a legendary bamboo fly rod maker.
This is where it starts with the big pieces here, and then we've got to split them into a whole bunch of little pieces to make them into something usable. This is Tonkin bamboo, so there's about 20 square miles in the world where they commercially farm it. So every rod since about 1900 has come from that same 20 square miles in the Sui River Valley of southern China. You go all the way to the end of this, and that was just for reference, that's whole road's maybe 5 miles. These are all very rough, just off the top of my head. You go to the end of that, and that'll hit Double Head Gap. And the creek is on this side, where you usually fish if you're gonna fish and stuff.
I've never met Bill. I had no idea this man existed, and I'm the better for knowing it now. It was really cool to stop by his shop and meet him, and what an amazing dude, just like stop what he was doing to show us around his shop and show us how rods are made. And it was particularly fun for me. I have a bunch of old bamboo rods that were handed down in my family for multiple generations, and it's something that our family cherishes a lot and have been fished on for probably 100 years. And so it's neat to see somebody still kind of carrying on that tradition of making those rods.
Poor mouse jack.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Hey.
Fishing.
This is how it's gonna be every single day.
Nick's first time putting on fly waders.
Sure is. It's kind of a puzzle.
Luke, have you ever been fly fishing before?
I've never been fly fishing in my life.
What are your thoughts before getting out on the water?
I'm excited.
How many fish are you gonna catch?
You hope one, I think.
Is that the attitude to have?
Fly fishing has been fun. I've never done it before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be moving the rod. I'm supposed to cast it low, and it takes a lot of patience in figuring it out, and you miss a lot of fish in the beginning, but I did catch my first fish and it felt great.
Yep. Got the first trout.
Nice!
Did anything eventful happen yesterday?
I think this is where you just pause and just zoom in on that pretty little lip.
Hey, tell me what happened, Chris.
So I was riding behind in the support vehicle. It was all wet. We were on the final stretch of the gravel road. And my buddy Kyle here hit a stick and it jounced him off the side of the road and he split his lip.
I've never heard jounced, but I like it.
I was jounced.
What hit you and how did it get there?
You know, it all happened so fast. Popped off the bike and the windshield went through my full face helmet. Caught me in the lip.
Visor was up.
Visor's up. Yeah.
Unreal.
Keep your visor down, kids. Keep your visor down. I want to add this.
Closer, and then go ahead and pull it back away from the hook, like pull the thread, and then go ahead and wrap it. First wrap it. So that's the guy that we're going to be throwing. And so this guy is called a soft tackle pheasant tail. Whereas if you were to look at, say, a big dry fly right here, that's the same hackle, but this is a stiffer hackle. And so this is when it's a dry fly when it lands on the surface, and it'll land on the surface of the water and all the little hackles.
I just want to say thanks to Hunter and Chris because they hooked us up with this cabin and it's been a treat staying here.
I got something moving on the other end of this line.
What else is on the other end of the line?
I think it's good.
I'll tell you what it is, his own homemade fly that he made last night.
Oh my gosh.
I got the net on him and it wouldn't fit in my net.
Really?
I couldn't scoop it up.
Nice. My man.
A lot of the best fly fishing tends to be difficult to get to, and I think a motorcycle, certainly the kind of bikes that we're riding, can help you get to some more remote places quicker and more efficiently, and helps you get more fish and bigger fish.
We did the entire trip on 2 Triumph Tigers and Suzuki V-Stroms, and they were perfect for this terrain.
We're here with the guys from RoadRUNNER magazine.
How many times are you guys doing that? I mean, I think I've heard that, like, just background.